In this film, the teacher, Don Cherry, introduced a consonant sound, and the class worked on pronouncing that sound in syllables with the 6 English vowels that they'd already worked on. Notice how Don introduced the sound, silently, with an exploding hand gesture, and by miming the appropriate movement of his mouth.
This isn't a particularly difficult sound for the students. Japanese has a similar sound, and the movements needed are quite visible, so the class guessed very quickly what they needed to do. And then Don started them practicing with the vowels they'd already encountered. Notice how Don continuously adjusted what he did in response to what the students achieved moment by moment. And notice how engaged the students were with this work.
The Silent Way uses a 4-stage model of learning, and this video shows, in the space of a few minutes, all of these stages at work. Stage 1. We become aware that there is something to learn. These moments of realization are often accompanied by us saying, aha, or oh, as you've just seen in this film.
Stage 2. A period of experimentation and exploration, which the teacher encourages and guides until the students begin to know what they should be doing.
Stage 3. Once students know what they should be doing, they need to practice what they've learned so that it becomes easy and automatic. Here's Don giving the students practice and at the same time providing feedback as needed.
Okay. Good. Sit. Good. Good. Good.
Stage 4. Once we've learnt something, we're in a different place, and we can use what we now know as a stepping-off point to learn something else. That's in fact what the class were doing throughout this film. They could start to work on pronouncing syllables like pa and p because of what they'd already learnt about these vowels earlier in the course. You'll see examples of how Don uses this four-stage spiral of learning throughout this series of films.
We'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below or on our website at www.silentway.online.